Bonjour, bonjour et bienvenue. Comment allez-vous? Bienvenue, aujourd'hui c'est le 9e jour, j'espère que tout va bien. Oui, très bien. Ok, bienvenue. Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire aujourd'hui? Okay, donc, so today we're going to look at some species of verbs. So now you know we are focusing on the irregular verbs, So we've gone really far. I hope you're learning. I really hope you're learning. I hope you're practicing. I hope you're putting in the work. So yeah, because that's the aim of this challenge, okay? So on the last day, we'll have a review of all the verbs. Okay, so let's move. So today we'll be looking at some verbs here, not one, not two. Yes, some verbs. We'll be looking at some verbs. They have a beautiful name and they're very essential in English language and they are also very essential in French. I wish you could guess the verbs. Yeah, let's go. They are modal verbs. So we're going to be looking at modal verbs today. So we're looking at 3 modal verbs today: pouvoir, vouloir, and devoir. So those verbs, you know them. What do we use them to do? We use them to express abilities, desires, obligations. So abilities, that's for pouvoir, desires, that's for vouloir, and obligations, that's for devoir. So let's look at them to see how can we use them properly. Yeah, after the verb, what do we have after the verb? I've seen somebody write the verb and the person wrote two po, une pause. The person did a pouvoir, did pouvoir and a noun. Is that possible? Of course it's not. So let's see. After this verb, what do you have? They are called modal verbs. Okay, let's move. Okay, let's begin with the verb pouvoir. Pouvoir means to be able and to can. To be able and to can. So it's used to indicate abilities or permission. So you use it to express what you can do, or you can use it to request permission. Pourriez-vous me donner quelque chose à manger? That's a permission. Pourriez-vous? So yeah, that's it. So let's go. Let's begin with the conjugation of the verb. So I'm gonna make I have very few examples today. So I hope that you do so much. You do your own. So I'm just gonna show you a few. For each verb, I'm gonna show a few examples and hope you can practice and have more of yours. Okay, let's go. So this verb goes this way. Je peux, peux. Je peux, tu peux, il, elle peut, nous pouvons, vous pouvez, ils, elles peuvent. Peuvent. So the V is pronounced. Ils, elles peuvent. Don't worry, this is silent. Okay? Let's go again. Je peux, tu peux, il, elle peut, nous pouvons, vous pouvez, ils, elles peuvent. Did you get that? Let's go a third time. Je peux, tu peux, il, elle peut, nous pouvons, vous pouvez, ils, elles peuvent. So the difference between the singulars and this one is the V pronunciation. So when you don't pronounce that, you're actually saying this. Okay, so take note. Ils peuvent, elles peuvent. Mes enfants peuvent sortir ce soir. That's it. Okay, so we say it's used to express ability. So you can say, je peux parler français, je peux dessiner. Okay, je peux parler français, je peux dessiner. Je peux faire quoi? Euh, je peux dessiner des fleurs. Et je peux parler plusieurs langues. Oui, c'est ça. So to talk about your abilities, yeah, you can use the verb pouvoir to speak about what you can do. Yes, what you can do. And permission, oui. Peux-tu venir? Can you come? Peux-tu fermer la porte à clé? Peux-tu m'aider à fermer la porte à clé? Peux-tu? So after the verb pouvoir, what you should have is an infinitive. You cannot have je peux français. You can't say je peux français. You can't say tu peux and now no, it doesn't go. So they are modal verbs, so they help you to do something. So they help to convey a certain message. So therefore, after the verb pouvoir, what we should have is another verb in the infinitive. So it's helping to take it to it's helping to lifts the message of that verb to either show what you can do for the verb pouvoir, to talk about okay your ability on that verb and also permission. So that's it. So after the verb pouvoir, you should have an infinitive, not a noun. Please, not a noun. Verb and infinitive. That's what you should have. Okay, so that's it. Let's go to our next verb. Okay, the next verb is vouloir, to want. So we use this verb to express desires or an intention to do something. Oui, de faire quelque chose, oui, vouloir. And let's see how to conjugate this verb. So this verb and pouvoir, for me, I call them sisters because they just look the same. So the difference is the L in the verb L, while pouvoir has V, this one has L. So the conjugations are the same. So here you have je veux, veux. I hear people say je vous. Please, it's not je vous. I hear that a lot. It's not je vous. It's je veux, 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 veux. Je veux, tu veux, il, elle veut, nous voulons, vous voulez, il, elle veulent. The L is pronounced. That's it. Don't worry, the ENT isn't pronounced. So let's go again. Je veux, tu veux, il, elle veut, nous voulons, vous voulez, il, elle veulent. Je veux, tu veux, il, elle veut, nous voulons, vous voulez, il, elle veulent. That's it. So, yeah, that's it. So the verb, so that's it. That's how to conjugate the verb, the pronunciations. Yeah, that's how to conjugate the verb. So, okay, so we said we used to express desires, okay? Je veux manger. That's a desire. I want to eat. Je veux manger. And also to express intentions, okay? Que veux-tu faire? Oui, que veux-tu faire cet après-midi? What do you want to do? So yeah, then you now say, je veux sortir ce soir. Je veux me reposer cet après-midi. That's it. So it's used to indicate desires, to express your desires and intention. So you can also you can also make sentences, both interrogative and affirmative and declarative sentences. So, and also negative sentences with these verbs, okay? All right, so that's it with the verb. So also for this verb, after the verb vouloir, you're having the verb in infinitive. So here you have manger. Je veux manger. Even in English, it's the same thing. Que veux-tu faire? Same thing here too. Que, what do you want to do? That's it, in infinitive. All right. Okay, let's move to the next verb. The next and the last verb, it's called devoir. Devoir, to have, to must. To have, to must. Yeah, so this verb is used to express necessity and also obligation. So in necessity, in need to do something, something also you're obligated, one is obligated to do, you can use this verb to express that. Let's conjugate the verb in the present tense. Let's go. Je dois, tu dois, il, elle doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils, elles doivent. Doivent. V. That's it. The V is pronounced. Let's go again. Je dois, tu dois, il, elle doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils, elles doivent. Okay, let's go the last time. Je dois, tu dois, il, elle doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils, elles doivent. Ça va? That's it. So let's look at necessity. To express necessity, so you see something like je dois partir. Je dois partir. That's necessity. Wait. I must leave. It's a necessity that you have to go. It's a need. And to express an obligation, so you can say something like, nous devons étudier. You have to study. That's a necessity. Mm, Je, je dois payer mon loyer ce mois. Je dois payer mon loyer ce mois. So that's a necessity. Je dois payer. Je dois payer mon loyer ce mois. So that's a necessity. It's something I must do because for me to continue staying in my apartment, I must pay mon loyer. Okay, so that's it. So let's see what you can do. So practice for you. So I would like you to create sentences using each of the modal verbs. So you have learned 3 modal verbs. You've learned pouvoir, vouloir, and devoir. So create sentences using each of these verbs. They are very easy. Focus on everyday situations to make your practice more relevant. So focus on what you do every day. So if it's looking a bit too difficult, so I've already itemized them here so to help you. So you can think of this, you can look at it from this angle, from this way. You can say, form sentences about what you can do. What can you do? Qu'est-ce que vous pouvez faire? Qu'est-ce que vous pouvez faire? So you respond to that. Je peux faire, that's it. Je peux faire la lessive. Je peux faire, je peux faire, I don't know. So think of what you can do with, and maybe think of something else. But please, not all of them have to go with faire, okay? Before you start making sentences that look like je peux faire parler français, please, not all, okay? Je peux m'organiser. Je peux m'organiser. Je peux travailler en équipe. So, qu'est-ce que vous pouvez faire? Je peux travailler en équipe. Je peux m'organiser. Je peux travailler solo. So, there are a lot of things. So, not all of them must go. Je peux faire. Non, 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 non. Je peux faire quelque chose. Non. Je peux dessiner. OK? Je peux parler en public. Je sais parler en public. OK, non. Pouvoir. Je peux parler en public. Je peux parler plusieurs langues étrangères. So, yeah. Oui. So that's it. Talking about what you can do. So it mustn't go je peux faire, please. Don't go there. All right. So next is what you want to do, your desire, your intentions, what you want to do. Je veux apprendre la langue française. Je peux Je veux sortir, je veux apprendre la langue française. Je veux sortir ce soir. Je veux lire un roman ce soir. So, qu'est-ce que vous voulez faire? So, not because I actively voulez faire mean that all have to go with faire. So, you see, my response doesn't have faire. It just went straight. Je veux sortir ce soir. Je veux lire un roman ce soir. Je veux cuisiner. Je veux cuisiner pour ma famille ce soir. Donc, and what must you do today? That's it. So this is it. So make your practice more irrelevant by focusing on everyday situation. So what must you do? Je dois lire. Je dois, je dois préparer le dîner. What must? Obligation. What you must. Je dois enseigner mes élèves. Je dois enseigner mes apprenants. Je dois appeler ma famille. Je dois discuter avec ma mère ce soir. What must you do? So that's it. I believe it's something you can do. I've helped you already. So I hope to see your responses in the comments, okay? And I'm looking forward to seeing them. And hopefully, we should meet this evening. I hope. But if it isn't possible, just get your sentences ready. When the group is open, you can drop them and I will be very glad to look at them. Okay? But you can leave them here. Yeah, you can leave them here in the comment. I'll still look at them. Ok, so donc, je vous souhaite alors une très bonne journée et on se verra dans le prochain cours. pouvoir,